Are you at peace? You're just a citizen, and you're still on a leash. It doesn't matter which team you choose, at the end of the game you lose. You're just a piece on a board full of Raiders. War, war, war. Keep up the reps, keep up the dams, keeping you more, more, more. Stay silent, stay violent, Masonic. That's a plug. Cool, now let's get rid of the cash. Digital ID, now let's burn up the cash. They run us with the blue pills and they tell us before they do it. Pfizer got $1 trillion bill. They can go and depopulate the elites. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Perfect match. We're going to expose old Tommy Titty Face. And even this. And the barrel shouldn't meet, cleanse the country, kill the children. That's your BB. Mr. BB, how do you sleep? That's your BBC. BB Serpents, evil lizard BB, guys. And all the people down London following Tommy Robinson. Sorry, Wasim Kempson, the anti-Muslim, the hater of Muslim apparently. They always play dual roles, just like Eminem plays another character that loves that actually loves gays and the Bible and all that shit. My gram. And I read out my leaflet and said to the police, we've had enough of the terrorism, we've had enough of the violence, we've had enough of the terrorism, we've done a home on the grave after 12 months. It cost them £2 million. War, war, war. All this guy is war. Stay violent. Very loyal they are. Very loyal to the very crown that wants to kill them and kill them. It's been killing their families all their lives. We have much more information, guys. You want to check this one out. I mean, this is 3 years ago I've known this information, guys, but again, we have to show people the truth because people don't know. They just don't know. How critical think of that. Timmy Tommy, Wasim Kempson, total and utter shill, shapeshifter, Nazi, Zionist, world full of sheep. That's the thing. Millions of people went down there, and millions of people are just racist. That's the top bottom of it. I know this personally, and if you have never been racially abused, then you can never, ever understand what it's like to be racially abused by your own parent people. And the racism that it's causing, this shit is unfucking paralleled. I had one of them. Let's just watch this.
Now, the first time that the English Defence League was registered officially on Company's house was by Israeli soldier Roberta Moore. The company was originally incorporated as the EDL, English Defence League Limited. However, it was later renamed to Jewish Defense League, JDL.
Jew means
Limited.
Jew
The
means
second time
no
that
law.
the EDL was registered on Companies House was by Helen Sheila Gower. It was incorporated as the English Defence League, EDL. However, just a month later, it officially changed its name to the English and Jewish Defence League, EDL Limited. Now, it's relevant that the initial registration was carried out by the former Israeli soldier, Roberta Moore. Roberta Moore is pictured here with the vice chair of the Zionist Federation at the time, Jonathan Hoffman.
Members of the racist English Defence League,
Fuckers.
or EDL,
These
attended
fuckers.
demonstrations.
That's who's the fucking problem is right there.
He is photographed
Everyone's got the fucking
alongside
flags out.
Roberta Moore, the founder of the
Waving the
EDL's
fucking English
Jewish division.
flag.
She will later express her
Stupid.
admiration for Anders Breivik, the neo-Nazi who murdered 77 people in Norway.
When Roberta Moore was asked if the EDL was exploiting the Zionist movement, she replied, "If anything, we are exploiting them." I've received these patents today.
He's admired somewhat as one of the brains of the EDL. He's just got a delivery of quotes from the Quran from his researcher in Israel.
Tommy Robinson's co-founder at the English Defence League was an individual who called himself
Divide.
Paul Ray.
Jew.
Paul Ray, prior to founding the EDL with Robinson, infiltrated the International Solidarity Movement, a pro-Palestine organisation which Rachel Corrie had been a member of.
Palestine. He's been
Paul
shouting
Ray
about Norfolk
infiltrated
Palestine.
and spied on this organisation and then submitted the information he gathered to several different intelligence agencies.
Nice,
Following
Andy,
his
mate,
work
right.
for Israel, Paul Ray founded the English Defence League with Tommy Robinson.
You've had a pro-Israel stance for as long as I've known you, since the first day.
It's important to remember the first time that the English Defence League was registered officially was by Israeli soldier Roberta Moore. Roberta Moore is pictured here alongside the head of the Canadian branch of the JDL and the genocidal Israeli politician Moshe Feiglin, who said, "Every child, every baby in Gaza is an enemy."
מה יותר מוסרי מלמחוק כל נוכחות של האסלאם או הנאציזם הזה, נער, זקן, טף ונשים,
The JDL, the Jewish Defence League, was formally categorized as a terrorist organization by the FBI in the United States, following decades of plotting, bombings, and assassinations on US soil. It was founded by Meir Kahan, the well-known Israeli fascist who advocated for the complete ethnic cleansing of Palestine.
If I were the Minister of Defense, there wouldn't be one Arab left here. I want the Arabs out, out, out. You encouraging your people to go out on the streets?
This is who people are following, man.
I call upon the Jews to do anything imaginable and anything possible
Israel is
which
fucking
will
amazing.
encourage out of this country. Anything possible.
But the connections of Tommy Robinson and the English Defence League to the JDL
Hey guys, you all right?
do not end there. One of the earliest supporters of the EDL and a regular speaker at their rallies outside the Israeli embassy was none other than Rabbi Nachum Shifrin.
How would you feel one day your children or your grandchildren are saying 5 times a day, Allah Akbar? What is coming down on you here and now?
Well, the Muslims are all fucking Islamists.
Mistake.
The crown of secret Islamists.
Started the liberation of England.
Nachum Shifrin was the driver for the founder of the JDL, Meir Kahan. So the question has to be,
Hi Tim.
was
Hi,
Tommy
Tracy, you all right?
Robinson's English Defence League founded to be an offshoot of the Zionist terrorist organization, the JDL? Tommy Robinson's relationship with the JDL was so close that in January 2011, the Canadian branch of the JDL, led by Meir Weinstein, officially announced that it was
Harvey
forming
Weinstein's
ties
fucking
with
brother.
Robinson's
Oh, yeah,
English
lovely guy.
Defence League. The JDL even organized support rallies specifically for Robinson and the EDL. During a 2011 event at the Toronto Zionist Center, Tommy
Always
Robinson
claiming
addressed the
he's skint as
JDL.
well,
The
she's
JDL
skint.
even went on record praising Tommy Robinson as a shining star of democracy, quote unquote.
Democracy.
Robinson cited his Zionist credentials.
Unless you're wearing a shirt or a button that says I'm a Zionist. What does a Zionist mean? Well, a Zionist, someone believes in the homeland for Jewish people. My definition when I've looked at that is Israel first. It means Israel
That's
first.
what a Zionist is. That's a Nazi. Netflix.
Differentiated himself
Zionist.
from the British National Party.
Those groups differ in many ways because those are just Nazis backward. Were you part of the BNP at one time? I was part of the BNP in 2004.
Former BNP leader Nick Griffin went on record describing the process whereby the EDL and the BNP went in separate directions.
The British Nazi
the EDL
Party.
or things as a whole. It is
British
quite simply a
Nazi
Zionist
Party.
organisation,
What it is.
which is financed in the end from the United States. And its purpose is to heighten and
Hi, Tim. You all right, buddy?
a clash of civilizations. Because the neocons and the far right of the
Share
Zionists,
it if you want, guys, because I don't get
the
much.
Republicanists, they want
I don't get much exposure.
Europeans and
Don't like.
Muslims fighting on the streets of Europe, so that when they then, as they want to ethnically cleanse
I'm
Palestine,
going to fucking
all
tear
the
this little
Palestinians,
Tommy, you little fucking
a lot of
asshole.
public opinions thinks, well,
Hi,
we should
Kelly,
be doing
mate.
that in
All right.
Britain, we should be doing it in France or Denmark, and that's what the EDL is there for.
Circle.
Full flag front group
Circle.
run by financed by Zionists.
When Tommy Robinson had legal troubles around a decade ago, his legal fees were covered by none other than the Middle East Forum, which was quoted
Oh, the Middle East,
13
lovely
times
people.
by Anders Breivik in his manifesto that he released before.
Not Nazis, though.
Over 70
Some will
people.
say.
The Middle East Forum
Not
is
Nazis.
headed by Greg Roman, a former employee of the Israeli Ministry of Defense and the Israeli Foreign Ministry. Philanthropist Nina Rosenwald is on the board of the Middle East Forum and financially backed a number of organizations funding Tommy Robinson. She's nicknamed the Sugar Mama of anti-Muslim hate, and her organization, the Gatestone Institute, regularly publishes pieces defending Tommy Robinson. Nina Rosenwald is a former director and vice president of the Zionist Organization of America. Another key figure at the Zionist Organization of America, Robert Shillman, employed Tommy Robinson alongside Ben Shapiro and Katie Hopkins as his Shillman Fellows at the David Horowitz Freedom Center.
Big round of applause for Israel. Yes, come on, Israel.
Person, why would you support Palestine?
We have to remember that Robert Shillman was
Is your mind is a Katie there?
Applause for Israel. Yes, come on, Israel.
Right, let's just pause there a second. Yeah, we'll go through the whole thing and I will show you. No, in fact, I'm going to show you what Israel's all about. One whole year of genocide, right? Saying, come on, Israel. Come on, Israel. Right, this is what Israel's doing to Palestine, guys. And if you guys think this is normal and all right, and you're supporting Tommy and his fucking paedophile crew,
Babies with no front pages, Israelis
raping Palestinians in cages,
US paid the wages.
UK supplied intelligence,
Levels of malevolence, catastrophe developments, starvation skeletons, pestilences prevalence, trauma, inheritance, rampaging regiments, degenerates, wreck tenements, weapon test experiments, lead population to elements, concentration collate, in a camp where death awaits, upon descends and desolates, disembowels evaporates, torsos, shreds, bodies, no heads,
those with no legs on their deathbeds. Israel first. Look at the fucking state of this place. People are going on about fucking Ireland and the fucking poor thing. Look at the state of that. Look at the state of that, guys. Israel first. With that, we'll kill them.
Blame the victims for their
Blame the victims just like they fucking do.
Coalitions, psychopathic politicians that they hate the mission, incarcerate in prison, never pardon or forgiven.
24/7, 365. A genocide. Guys, I know a lot of you can't handle it, right? But this double crossing thing is Israel is fucking everything evil in this fucking world. This is all this. Can't stress it enough, guys. All this. Every one of our politicians is fucking well up for all this crap. They love this shit. Blow them all up in history.
The most moral army in the world's military. Children, whose is misery.
Look at them all. Laughing.
Propaganda trickery, step upon delivery of weapons supplied artillery, from right to left deliberately, unequivocally, cowards criminally, won't stand by to minimally. This is not a mystery, take it back to history, evil banality.
See you later, Fiona, mate.
Nothing is illegal if no one took a tell. When good people do nothing, human can trail. Just a passage, blind message. The message, lost records, decomposing personnel, death is all around the shop. Welcome to the gates of hell. Comprehended, the night one never ended as the bombs dropped descended on child undefended. A soldier smoked demented, self-defense presented, dictated what they vented, pretend offended, the freedom makes you quiver, from the sea to the river, tidal wave, every pillar. We slap up with each other. It's the world, a bigger picture of the country getting sick of genocide.
This is riots. Right to rape riots. They have right to rape riots in fucking in Israel.
We have to remember that Robert Shillman was at the Hopkins as his Shillman Fellows at the David Horowitz Freedom Center.
Big round of applause for Israel. Yes, come on, Israel.
Why would you support Palestine?
We have to remember that Robert Shillman was a director of the Friends of the IDF. And here we see Robert Shillman speaking at the Zionist Organization of America and describing his pen and his checkbook as weapons.
With this pen and my checkbook, I provide ammunition. I wield the pen to provide ammunition to those organizations like ZOA, who are on the front lines in this battle.
Shillman's funding allowed Rebel Media to pay Robinson a substantial salary. Rebel Media is run by Ezra Levant, who Robinson cites as the person who created him.
Ezra helped me, coached me, trained me, created me. So I'm very grateful to Ezra Levant. I'm very grateful to, and I know at the time, Bob, Dr. Bob's here. I know at the time, Dr. Bob was sponsoring my employment. I did.
With that. So if he started off,
just flicking about.
So he must have made him as well.
Thinker. Put a lot of his work on my channel. He's done one here of Tommy Robinson, and I'm going to play it to you because I find it very interesting.
So this is one that got told about by one of my followers under one of my other posts. Tommy Robinson, the
anti-Islam.
And Imam Wasim Kempson. And I mean, honestly, there's not many times when I get told about these matches that make me do a double take or go, what the heck. But yeah, this is definitely one of them. Yeah, I know Tommy Robinson's content. Yeah.
You were racist, and on the other hand, he is a fucking Muslim. The mocking it
I
is.
didn't know that at the time. I didn't know what Shillman Fellow meant at the time.
Shill means shill.
Dr. Bob was supporting Rebel, who was supporting me.
Now, Shillman has recently gone on record, on camera, in an interview with Tommy Robinson, and stated he will support the protest, providing $100,000.
So I'm happy to tell you today that I've come to the decision that I will support the Unite the Kingdom rally to happen on May 16th.
So I just contacted the production company to let them know that there is an invoice and money on its way. Dr. Bob Shillman donated $100,000.
Double Down News reported on the relationship between Robert Shillman and Tommy Robinson as far back as 2021. We reported on it again in 2024. It seems the news cycle is only just catching up to the investigative work that we have done here previously. In October 2025, the individual known as Tommy Robinson traveled to Israel at the invitation of Israel's Minister for Diaspora Affairs, Amit Chikli. This trip was paid for by the Israeli government. It included visits to the Knesset, the site of the Nova Festival, and the settlements in the West Bank, an area which Tommy Robinson dutifully refers to as Judea and Samaria, using strictly Zionist terminology. During his trip,
I'm gonna show you what you 21, 41, 43. Right. 43, well, 43, oh shit, is 7. And then you mirror it, you got 34, which is a 7. And you're left with 7, 7, LL 33. So the UTK is your square and your compass, which is the Freemasons. And it is the sigil, which is right in the center of the flat earth. The red and the white, which is our blood. And there it is, right there with the 44, which is your 13 families, guys. 13 down there, 13 down there is 4 and 4, which is a pair of dice, your paradise. Ah! Yeah. United UTK just happens to be 43. Square in the compass. That's what it is, guys. Let's watch the rest of this damning fucking thing against him.
Tommy Robinson was informed by an interviewee that there was a special place in hell for Britain.
They really helped give birth to the Jewish state in World War I. The Balfour Declaration, the San Remo Accords, the mandate for Jewish Palestine, the UK was at the forefront of that. And then they turned on us.
Yeah, I was about to say.
They turned on us, man. And therefore they have a special place in hell.
This proud patriot, all he could do was stick his tongue out gormlessly, as people like you and the people of this country were told there was a special place in hell for them. When Israel killed 3 former British soldiers with a targeted airstrike in Gaza, what was the response of Britain's patriot, Tommy Robinson? He said, British people that do aid work in Gaza are cucks, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. How can Tommy Robinson define himself as a patriot but speak with such callousness about the death of former British soldiers? I think that Tommy Robinson owes an apology to the families of John Chapman, James Kirby, and James Henderson. All of these connections certainly would cause you to question where Tommy Robinson's ultimate loyalties lie, especially when he has been pictured on the top of a tank in the Israeli-occupied Golan Heights of Syria and stated so clearly that the Israeli-occupied Golan Heights of Syria and stated so clearly that if a war was to develop in the Middle East, he would actively fight on the side of Israel.
If there was a war tomorrow, I would be there on the front line fighting for Israel.
What Tommy Robinson is doing now could be interpreted as just that. At Double Down News, you have a very unique and rare thing.
Cheers, buddy. Thank you. But let's remind ourselves what Israel is. This might be much bit much.
Pirates.
Right.
The central crisis, there's no coming back. Yes, collapse the state captain. Here's your own anti-crisis. Yes, psycho-sadomasoch. Yes, Palestine persists. But Iraq to resist. The Iraq to resist. Gets demonized, dismissed. 24/7, 365. One whole year for pure.
Genocide. 1 year of rain. Rain. That's it. See that? That's what we're all proud of. The UK reign of terror. With the whole of the fucking world. That's what the flag is, guys. The fucking Nazi flag. Nazi. Zionist. Nazi. Zionist. Just turn it 45 degrees. Just turn it. 9. Yeah, this is what. Yeah. Tommy Robinson is Israel first. Believes in all of this. This is what the world deserves. There's the reign of terror. Israel was created by the crown in 1948. 24/7, 365, one whole year of genocide. That is the real uncut. That's not even the that's the cut version. That is the really cut version, guys. And honestly, you know what I mean? People just didn't get it, man. That Tommy and Katie and all of them involved are all getting paid. Yeah, everybody who is involved. David Icke, no different. David Icke's been twisting on a lot of me for fucking the same shite. Been down London doing his shite. Aaron fucking leaves. He's got the fucking voice yet. He keeps getting shut down. He doesn't get a fucking megaphone and a fucking There we are, look at the colours.
Quick message, we're in London. We're outside the Ukrainian embassy. This isn't against Ukrainian people. But our government, as are all Western governments, are fighting a proxy war against Russia. They're using our taxpayers' money. People that can't afford wherever they're.
Yeah, he plays many different characters, guys. And them colours, the Ukraine is the UK reign. Please listen to me, guys. I'm not lying here. Got no reason to. I'm not trying to cause wars. I'm just trying to show you the truth. All of these people that we look up to on.
We're very happy to make the demo.
Wearing a shirt or a button that says "I'm a Zionist." What does a Zionist mean? What does a Zionist?
We've done and where we've come in 3 years. If we had funding, we'd finish Islam.
Grounds about Zionism,
Finish Islam.
about, international banking, about a lot of things like that. And since it does note that it is Israel,
we'd finish Islam. Then my character, Wasim Kempson, would be dead. So this is how untrustworthy this little fucking shit is.
Meaning, can you serve England and Israel at the same time? Tommy Robinson of the EDL, based out of England and Luton, actually, right?
Luton, just north of London.
Okay, I want to ask him a few questions. And I noticed in your when you were speaking up there, or your co-partner, I forget his name again, Kevin. Yep, Kevin. It mentioned that you were the first group to fight Islam politically in England. Correct?
Yeah, we're the first group to tackle it and to take to the streets against it. And we only took to the streets due to an inability by our political leaders, our political elite, and our police forces to tackle this problem, to identify the problem. We have more Muslim extremists now in Europe than ever in history. And Islam's been trying to take over Europe before now.
Well, Islam, my friends, ISIS is lambs, yeah, which is, yet again, the Masons, they divide and conquer. That's what they do. And they divide us all, and they divide everybody, and even the people that they fucking think that they're on their side. They're not on your side, guys. Yeah, they're not on your side. That's for show.
It's now closer than it ever has been.
Groups though, like the National Front, the Front National, and the BNP, who's been fighting this for years.
Michael, you alright?
Fighting it for years.
Ryan, you alright?
John, you alright? Those are just Nazis backward.
Have they not been fighting Islamification?
They fight anything that's not white. So they don't.
They are Nazis, but I was part of it.
Islam. They tackle and they have hatred for anything that's not white.
Not white. Were you part of the BNP at one time?
I was part of the BNP in 2004.
Were you part of the BNP at one time?
I was part of the BNP in 2004.
Were you part of the BNP at one time?
I was part of the BNP in 2004.
Okay. Now,
They just hit anything that's not
in order
white.
to be fair. Okay. Funding. How do you receive your funding? We have no funding. You have no funding. There's no funding.
We have done everything we've done over
No
3.5
funding.
years on $40,000.
What about Shillman?
$40,000 that we've made through selling t-shirts.
And that's over a 3-year period.
Over a 3-year period.
That is basically no funding.
That's no funding, man. Trust me.
No funding. No funding. Give us your shekels, guys. Help us. We need more money. That's all he was talking about on the flipping thing. How's it going? Carly, you alright? That's all he was going on about on the flipping thingy. Oh, the £5 that you donated and that, and people will be fucking donating like fuck. The only people that make any money from this is Masons, guys. We have one in Acres, Martin, fucking whatever he's called. Makes a fucking fortune.
No funding. We've skinned ourselves from it. Our members pay for everything ourselves. And if you look at what we've done in 3 years,
Paid for it all ourselves.
we're finished.
What about Shillman? What about Robert
I
Shillman?
got another question for you. I noticed you're wearing a shirt or a button that says "I'm a Zionist." What does a Zionist mean? What is a Zionist?
Well, a Zionist is someone believes in a homeland for Jewish people.
My definition when I looked at that in the dictionary is Israel first.
Means Israel first. Yeah. Okay. Well, I believe in Israel's right to exist. I believe in their right to defend themselves. I believe that the Jews have been persecuted. And when I look at the Israeli thing, I look at it from my own point of view growing up in Luton Town. The main extremist is, the Stockholm bomber, who we spoke about earlier. He was radicalised in the Luton Islamic Centre. The Luton Islamic Centre used to be the Jewish synagogue until they smashed it up, attacked it, and drove them out of it. About 6 years ago, I was walking through Luton, and I see some Orthodox rabbis that had all these police around them walking. What's going on there? They've got to walk through the streets of Luton. And this is year 2012 now in Britain, and no one could wear a skull cap from one Islamic area to the other. They wouldn't get out of that area. So I think today that the Jewish people are persecuted. No one speaks up for them.
We know there is a negative connotation in a lot of realms about Zionism, about international banking, about a lot of things like that. And since it does denote that it is Israel first, can you possibly serve two masters? Meaning, can you serve England and Israel at the same time?
My battle is on the
They're both the same, guys.
The Zionists. Nick Griffin from the BNP, he made a recent video where all he went on about was that I am a Zionist. So this is humour as well.
Richard Webb.
That's humorous. I've just put his picture
Oh, Paddy, you alright, mate?
and directed it straight at Nick Griffin. I said, this one's just for you.
Right. Well, you have a feud with Nick? Were you part of the BNP at one time?
I was part of the BNP in 2004.
Thank you for...
I'm in the office in Nazareth Elite. They come to visit me, especially from England. And I want my flock to meet this wonderful man who's standing beside me. And his name is Tommy. And this young man in a little town, Luton, in London. And there's 40% Muslim population. And in this town there's much violence towards the British Christians, the British people.
What does that say? H and 8, which is hate. It has 2 crosses. You've double crossed. This is the blue seas of everything you see, and this is our blood that they're sucking from us. This is the only problem the world has ever seen. The red and the white, the fallen angels, the red and the white, the Templars, which means the key. UK reign of terror. That's the Ukraine.
The United Kingdom with a culture of British culture, and I listen. And he is a
British.
but he's a hero in
Because
my life.
Britain used to be Wales.
Friends or extremists who try to
The original British were fucking English, were fucking Welsh.
He continues, and I love him. Even though
Fucking absolute nonsense. He's getting paid for that. And the only way he made any money is by selling t-shirts. That's what he claims. She claims, she claims. Selling t-shirts. That's the only thing. Oh, absolute nonsense. That's the thing, guys. You can't trust anything any of these guys say. No. No. The people they got on. Man. That's stupid. UTK, which is your concept of 3, your concept of 4, is
Little city and millions watching around
see
the
that
world.
there? See that there? There's your ring of Saturn.
I'm sending a clear and present message. We will be silent. No more.
That guy is just an actor. They all are. Just mocking us. See that flag, guys? Everyone, I think, got a clue. Look at this. Flying the very flag. That's the colour of these priests, the paedophiles. And someone said, how do you know? How do you know the fucking priests, the paedophiles? Well, paper with it on. Oh, pedo. Kill, cleanse the country, kill the children. Mr. BB, how do you sleep? I do. How do I know the priest? Pedo. Because in the spelling, in the SS, comes out and steals your children off you. They're all do with these.
It's people crying for answers, and our government are too cowardly to answer.
Look at it. Look at it.
But today, we stand a nation.
Have a look at that. Let's have a look at that. What's he got on there, right? That is the concept of 4. Right. Yeah, it's got 44 in the middle. It's got 4-4, which is genocide, tetragrammaton, your 13 families, yeah, which is your 44, and 100% a wrong'un. And Tommy's there with his concept of 4 and the concept of 3, UTK.
Nation united, and people gathered under the banner of the cross. We tell Keir Starmer and the Labour government, your days are numbered. For there is one truth that has held this nation for over a millennia. That truth is simple. Christ is Lord.
Yeah.
He is Lord over Crown and Parliament. He is Lord over this people. And we, the United Kingdom,
United.
we will claim our nation. What?
That lady got.
No woman has a penis!
Well, that's true.
And weirdly, that needed saying everywhere, and I want to say to you all, they are afraid.
Go on, Ismail! They're literally wanking off, Tommy.
And we don't. We have an imposter culture that doesn't want any part of ours, and we're still expected to tiptoe around it. And that
All right, so does it? Yeah, it does. These need to stop. Secret societies need to stop. Katie.
British people, you guys have been pushed so that you have nothing left to do.
All right, okay. Are you telling us that? Yeah.
South Africans, the most dangerous people are people with nothing left.
Wow.
We have a lot to win, and we are now winning as the great British people of this fine country. You guys are going to win because you have the great British blitz spirits in your souls. It's hard woven in there. And you have a great and God bless you all for that. You have a great British Lionheart leading you in this United Kingdom day, and that is Tommy Robinson.
Ignore what you've just seen about him, the evidence. Ignore Robert Schulman. Ignore all that. All the 100,000. Just ignore it. Just sing. Tommy. Fuck off, kid. Fucking disgusting. Honestly, guys. Well. No one got nothing to say. Half you guys out there, even all these, even Andrew Bridgen telling us to try politics. Politics doesn't work, Andrew. But it keeps you in fucking cash. Here he is. Telling us.
You understand that the government and those who control the government are the enemies. And what we need now is a peaceful revolution.
Peaceful revolution with the army and the navy and everyone against us.
And the only man I know currently, I think you can successfully lead that peaceful revolution, is a man called Rupert Lowe. The establishment hate him.
Yeah.
And we've got to stand behind him. But to sort out the problems in this country, and they are immense, they won't be sorted out quickly, you need to get involved, as Tommy said, in politics. And I know many of you are disillusioned with politics. I'm disillusioned with politics. I understand it. But when you abdicate responsibility for your own lives to the corrupt politicians in there, we end up in the lamentable state that we find ourselves today. If we try and restore Britain, get active, we can end this dystopian madness and we can end it quickly.
Sorry.
When the people are united, we can never be defeated. And this dystopian future is across not just our country, but across the world,
Because it's
unfortunately.
run by the Masons.
And I would ask you also to support the campaign to free from prison a very brave lawyer in Germany.
I'm not a Mason! I went to see him. At the fucking, what's it called? The fucking Shield Fest. No. Him and fucking, what's it called? Big fucking thingy. Can't trust him. Can't trust him. Cannot trust him at all. Andrew Bridgen telling us to fucking believe in politics. Well, all I got to do is do a quick search, and Dominic Cummings already exposed that it's all fake. All of it. You want us to vote, which means absolutely to give away your voltage. Yeah, it's a complete scam. Yeah. But yeah.
So I'll give you an example, again, of like how the system actually works. Every Friday in the PM's red box, he gets a stack of documents. These documents are for appointments. And what the officials do is they put a whole bunch of things like church appointments on the top. So these are things where possibly like the last PM who actually did this was, say, Gladstone, right? Since then, it's just kind of ceremonial. The PM signs them off on behalf of the Queen, but it's fundamentally a ceremonial appointment. So they put all these things first, so the PM's in the habit of just going tick, 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 right? And then underneath that is, oh, we're moving the Director General in the Treasury, who's responsible for coordination with MI6 and GCHQ and MI5. We're moving them to put them in charge of special educational needs or dairy farming in DEFRA. And the PM goes, tick, tick, tick.